we begin.
You are now tuned into Talking at the Movies with your hosts, Eddie, Salim, and Mo.
What's good, guys? Welcome back to Talking at the Movies. And we apologize for the delay. Like, we were going to be doing last weekend, but then things fell apart. You know, so I weren't too well. I was messed up from work, so we couldn't get our shit together. And then we tried to meet up again in the middle of the week.
We did.
But then plans all fell apart there as well. So we figured, okay, let's just jam it all onto this week. So we're sorry, guys, but we're back. Don't worry, we're still alive.
I don't apologise at all, because none of that was my fault. It was like those two guys. So any hate mail, send it to Salim and Eddie.
See, look, why are you like that, Mo? Why can't you just like support the team?
Total line, man.
Why can't you just say, you know, guys, we're sorry. You know, just join in. Like rather than blame. Blame.
They did it.
Eddie and Salim.
Listen, mate, people need to know that we're a professional outfit, right? And when people do wrong, they will be called out for it.
Alright, we'll make sure we'll call you out every time you don't watch the movies that we tell you to watch.
Yeah, professional air quotes. So, I'm Eddie Reese Antonio.
It's your boy Salim here.
And it's knowledgeable Mo.
Mo Money. You can't choose your own nickname.
I know, that nickname was bestowed upon me by one of our listeners.
So, what should we start with, man? What you guys been watching? I've hardly been watching anything, so I'll let you know that.
You know what? I think we're going to let Mo take this. I could tell you a really messed up story about my nephew's been christening his Galaxy S8 with porn. That's why it's been lagging, but I'm sure you don't want to hear that.
What the fuck is that to do? What we been watching?
Your
nephew watching porn on his phone.
What happened? No, he was showing me porn on his phone with that, and I was saying to him,
that is not a healthy relationship for a nephew to have with his uncle.
No, I get that. But what happened was he was explaining to me that his Galaxy S8 Plus has started to lag. So I said, well, why is it lagging? And he said, could it be because of this? So he starts playing porn on the phone. So, you know, we're both sitting there watching porn, but at the same time, I'm trying to explain to him.
So you're sitting there and watching porn with someone who's like half your age?
No, he's...
And a family member.
He's 22. I'm just trying to help his phone out. His phone's laggy, want to sort it out.
Just sitting watching porn, grown men.
No, what happened, because it basically, I couldn't lock it off, the phone. So I will tell you that story in detail. Go ahead.
So what sort of porn does he watch then?
Okay, we're going here.
He watches. Wait, mate, listen. If his phone, his S8 6 gig RAM, has started to lag, then you can imagine, right? He must be watching some shit that usually you need to stay away from, man. He watches some seriously hardcore stuff.
And obviously you would know because you were watching it with him.
I was not exactly watching
notes.
it with him. No, I was trying to figure out how to basically stop his phone from lagging, and it was running at the same time, and I couldn't switch it off.
Has he been watching like a lot of incest porn? Is that why he was showing it to you? Because he says like whenever that happens, like in these porn, it's like then action happens afterwards.
Mo, you sound like you have a lot of knowledge. Knowledgeable Mo has a lot of knowledge about incest porn.
Mate, listen, they don't call me knowledgeable Mo for nothing, mate. I know about everything.
Right, I tell you what. Let's carry on. Why don't you tell us what you've been watching apart from porn?
Okay, fine. I was going to say, man, because if I had to tell you about the porn, we would be here till like next podcast. We've been talking about it for a while. It came yesterday. Glow.
I'm interested in real parts. Got $83 in my bank account, and I don't know if I can pay my gas bill.
Rude, there's an audition. They're looking for unconventional women, whatever that means.
Hello, ladies. I'm Sam Sylvia, and this is Glow.
Sorry, what's Glow?
Gorgeous ladies of wrestling.
Are you hiring actors to play wrestlers, or are we the wrestlers?
Go!
Yes.
Woo! Christ. Fucking actresses.
It is so good that I've already watched 9 episodes.
I've been hearing good things, man. I'm happy to hear that. I'm a big Alison Brie fan. I vaguely remember Glow. I never really sat down and watched it, but I remember seeing like little ads for it and just hearing about it just out there in the ether. But yeah, I'm very curious to get.
Are you saying back in the days?
Yeah.
No,
So Alison Brie, she deserves to be a superstar after this.
Well, tell us about it with no spoilers, because I haven't started it yet. It came out yesterday. We're recording this on a Saturday, so most people probably haven't even watched it either. It's not really like a Marvel show that you want to binge in one go. So people will just be pacing themselves through it.
Oh, I don't know, because it's one of those, because it's like 30-minute episodes, and it's so
that
easy, because it's like, it's comedy and drama, and it's so easy to watch, like, you just want to watch the next episode.
I thought they were an hour long.
Yeah, 30, that's real short. How many episodes?
They're like between 30 and 37 minutes an episode.
How many?
But this time, there's 10 episodes in total.
Oh, is that it?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
That's really going to be over quick.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, like, you guys complain when there's a lot of episodes because it drags, whereas this, it really is, and it's not even, they don't even really get into, like, the serious side of the wrestling until, like, the later episodes. The first batch of episodes is, like, just the team coming together, trying to iron out all stuff, and, like, people just, like, all these people from different walks of life already suddenly having to work together. It actually works on, like, quite a human level.
So I want to go back to you saying half an hour per episode. Do any of us know that how long were the other Glow episodes back in the days? Like half an hour, maybe an hour? Must have been about half an hour as well, right? For them to follow
No, mate. This isn't like wrestling, like as in the Glow series. This is a story about how Glow came about.
The behind the scenes.
Oh, right. Okay.
Drama of
yeah.
how that company came together. You saw the trailer, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I thought it looked absolutely brilliant.
I hear that it's not 100% on what the true story is, but it's still pretty close. They kind of played fast and loose with it. But you say it works.
I would imagine they would have to change a lot of stuff because, in fact, so in the show, the main guy who's the driving force behind Glow, he's like a movie director who's made like lots of B-type movies.
Oh, is that played by Mark Maron?
I don't know the actual actor's the name.
The guy with the beard and the glasses.
Sorry?
He's got a beard and the glasses.
Yes.
Mark Maron.
Glasses.
Mark Maron, yeah.
Yeah, so I actually went and looked up like some of the movie titles that he's famous for having directed, and I couldn't find any of them. So at that point, I was like, I wonder how much of the story they have changed.
What about some of the other characters besides Alison Brie?
So they've got like quite an eclectic range of characters, and there's like you've got your typical stereotype ones. So you've got like your Arab girl who's like a terrorist. You've got the Chinese girl who's like a martial artist.
Really?
You've got the black girl who's either like mean and like a junkyard mad type girl or a welfare queen type person. You've got like the blonde haired, blue eyes, like who's the American hero.
What, the Hulk Hogan of... yeah, right, okay.
Yays, man, that's how it was. And that's how Vince McMahon still thinks now, pretty much.
Yeah, but it's so good because, like, you see, like, these girls, a lot of them are, like, just failed actresses, and they have to, like, build this persona. That persona may not be who they are, but there are traits of them in their persona. It's quite fascinating to watch them come up with these characters.
Yeah, the story of Glow, what I remember from some documentary that I saw years ago that I want to revisit now actually, was that none of them were wrestlers going in. Like literally all the women were like gathered up and trained just for this particular show. And it was all done in the studio, no arenas. It was a weird little way that they did this. But
yeah, and that it comes across 100% in this because I think it's like episode 5 or 6 before you even see them like try to like do proper wrestle moves, and they are so bad at it. Yeah. And it kind of like, if you like had never done anything athletic like that, how like do you go from being somebody who can't do that to who can step into a ring and really sell it to an audience?
It would be funny actually going back to watch the original footage and just seeing how they perform.
Seeing clips, it's not great. But there was only one. You actually know one Glow wrestler.
Okay.
One survived and made it. The only one that made it ever in the WWF at the time to eat. You guess who would be in the right ring?
Sherry?
No.
Sherry? Oh, that was close. No,
she should have. She would have actually been perfect, but no, she wasn't.
What, Macho Man's chick?
No. She never wrestled, did she, Elizabeth?
No.
Little more modern.
Little more modern. Definitely not. Trish is going too far up.
Too modern.
Oh man, go on. You're gonna have to tell me.
Ivory.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
remember Ivory, loudmouth.
Okay.
She was like the one survivor. So I wonder if she's even depicted in that show. I'll check it out. But alright, I will definitely be getting into that. Maybe checking out on riff.tv. So guys, riff.tv, check that shit out and I'm gonna be watching that. You can watch it with me up on Netflix. So anything else, Mo?
Yeah, so I've got to give a shout out to Silicon Valley. Binge watched that like over a Sunday, Monday last week or early this week, and that show is just still so on point. And if you haven't watched it, Salim, I thoroughly recommend. I think you will really like that show.
It's a fun show. Like it was never something that I felt that I needed to watch. So when
you watch it, you just binge it.
But while you're watching it, yeah, you're like, yeah.
But was it just about a group of entrepreneurs trying to basically make it, right?
Yeah, like it's comedy.
Exactly what it is, but it's like, I think like if you read like people from the industry who watch it, they go, it's absolutely fascinating how close to the truth this is, like how everybody just fucks everybody over.
Well, this has been running for some time, hasn't it? It's been around for a couple of years, right?
So season 4 was just about to come to an end on Monday or this weekend.
And it coming, isn't it finishing soon though? Or is that another show I'm thinking of?
I don't know, it's definitely coming back for season 5, and I think they have announced that the guy who plays Ehrlich isn't coming back for season 5.
Yeah, that was the guy who was in Deadpool, you know, Deadpool's buddy, the funny one.
Oh, right, okay,
yeah. That's a shame, because I like him. He's probably one of the main reasons.
He's like one of the funniest guys on the show.
Oh, shit.
So do you reckon, right, this is a show somebody needs to watch if they're thinking of starting up a new startup?
Oh, absolutely, mate, absolutely.
All right.
Because it will show you what not to do.
Yeah, I haven't been watching much, like I said, nothing new that's current. But I have been keeping up with American Gods. Dude, I love that show, man. And it's transcended just being like an ongoing weekly drama or whatever. It's not like weird. Remember, we were always describing it as just being weird and strange.
Yeah.
That's not the right word for it. Abstract.
Well, you started off, I remember when the actual first season dropped, you started off
First episode.
you started off on a bit of a negative, not wanting to watch it, but now that you're watching it and you're enjoying it so much, this is getting me excited about it as well. I'm thinking that maybe I should start checking it out.
It's coming together now, like the weirdness from those first couple of episodes. It's all starting to, like, all the strings are starting to come together and it's making sense. Like that character that you said, Mo, that you were wondering, like, the black woman who was like sucking up guys into her vagina in the first. Yeah, she's come back now and we actually know who she is now. And all these people, all these different players and these different gods are like finding place. And I just want to know where it's going to go. Like, they're building up to like this big war and I want to know how the fuck they're going to do it. But it's one of the most beautiful shows on TV.
Did you finish The Leftovers?
No, like, I've been work has killed me, man. I haven't had time since going back this week, but that's definitely on my list. I will do it next. Okay, you know what? This is my guarantee for next week. Glow, Leftovers, have done, and I will review them next episode.
Wow, that's a lot to do in 1 week.
Can do it.
Well, the only thing that I haven't actually been watching anything, but you and me were going to watch Transformers. So we were going to go check out the midnight screening of Transformers, and that morning a load of reviews dropped. I called up Eddie and I said, dude, I said, listen, the only tickets we could get for Transformers is at the IMAX, and we have to pay for those. So maybe it's wise we just don't go watch this film.
And I want to take this moment to thank my good friend Salim for being a buddy and protecting me from the onslaught. Because then after you sent me that text, I went and looked at the other reviews and I was like, thank fuck.
Do we know anyone who's actually seen it though?
So,
wait, Osman, yeah, he's seen it.
So, you know, like, there was so much negativity about this. I thought, this movie cannot be this bad, right? So I decided to go and watch it last night.
Oh! Wait, Mo, no, he's lying. Mo.
And you know what? This movie was fucking amazing. I don't know what the fuck people are talking about.
This cements it. This solidifies.
No, he's lying. He's lying.
Oh,
Oh man, you had us there for a second, man. You were gonna get cussed.
You gotta say. Usman watched it and he because he saw The Mummy and he thought it wasn't that bad.
Well, he said it wasn't. Yeah, all right. That's what.
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said it wasn't that
his
bad.
words were, it was not bad, and I think he followed up with, it wasn't good either.
Yeah, but we said that we were harsh on it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So for him to go and see Transformers and say that it was garbage, terrible, like he had nothing glowing to say, yeah.
And now, so we always get sucked into watching the Transformers films with Michael Bay.
I survived it after the third one, and I real
Right.
I've never gone back.
After this, I don't think I'm gonna be going unless they change directors, they change things around in the Transformers universe. I have no interest in watching this because now I've been hearing they're really pushing hard for a Bumblebee movie.
That's already in development, so I
Yeah.
think they've already got a date for it. And they're saying it's been described that they're taking a Iron Giant approach. Remember that old animated movie, The Iron Giant, where the boy
Yeah.
finds that robot from space?
Okay.
So they're going to take that approach. So it'd probably be Bumblebee and some kid.
And I also heard that Optimus Prime isn't even in it that much. He's like, in the trailers he is, but like throughout the whole movie, there's only like a few glimpses of Optimus Prime and that's it. Like, he'll come in for a few scenes, he'll say some cheesy lines and he'll just disappear.
Thank fuck.
So it's about, mainly I think, about the kids.
This looks horrid though, man. Michael Bay, it's like he doesn't learn. All the criticisms that we've had for the past Transformer films are what I'm hearing about this one.
Do you reckon,
It's
like...
he doesn't learn.
But do you reckon, like, when people cast Transformers, he just sits down and thinks, right, you fuckers, right, now I'm going to give you even a worse one, right, and it's going to bring in money at the box office.
He's just laughing. He's laughing at us because people will, like, no matter how bad these movies are, people will go and watch them, and they'll just deliver like a truckload of cash to him.
But this one has been the lowest so far as box office. It's not doing that great. It's
It's relative though, isn't it? You're saying it's not
It
doing
is.
that great, but
It's not
I bet
exactly
it's more money than The Mummy.
It's not exactly flop territory, but it's definitely a big drop in far as, if you were to look at it as a chart.
Okay, well...
Paramount won't be... Is it Universal? Or
No, it's Paramount.
Paramount, yeah. They're not going to be ecstatic about this, especially since they want to build a universe off of the back of this one.
Well,
Well, haven't they already signed already announced like a release date for number 6?
I believe so, and like I said, the Bumblebee one. So that's why they want this to be as big as the last ones, but it isn't tracking that way.
does anybody know if it's been released in China yet?
Not yet.
No. See, I bet you as soon as it releases in China, it's just going to do extremely well.
Yeah, China will keep it alive. They might as well just put all the sequels in China.
Yeah, well, yeah. Did you know that in China they don't have no certificates? Like, I mean, the ratings. Like, there is no ratings when it comes down to the films.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because I remember they had the category 3 for their, erotic movies. Because I used to buy them.
Oh, right. Okay.
Back in the 90s.
Yeah.
It's called Cat 3.
Yeah, they just don't... That's what I've heard anyway. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong.
But that was Hong Kong. That was when the Hong Kong film industry was separate from mainland China. So maybe it's the mainland China that don't do the ratings. But then again, the government do control the whole of the industry. So maybe it's just they cut everything off. There's no nudity, none of that now. They
basically filter the movies,
and
then there's just a normal... Yeah, exactly. There's a normal... Anyone could go watch the movie after that.
Everything's just...
Yeah. Anyway, it's be interesting to see when it hits in China.
Thing is, Mark Wahlberg said that... even though Michael Bay himself said that this was going to be his last one, Mark Wahlberg said that Michael Bay's not done yet with Transformers.
He probably isn't. It's probably an easy gig for him. He probably turns up, shouts action, lets other people do all the work, and he gets paid a shitload of cash.
But there comes a point where you've got all the money you're ever going to need.
No, Eddie. No, that's never true.
But isn't there a point where you just want to do something for your own pride?
But he does, what's that previous film that he did with Mark Wahlberg and The Rock?
Pain and Gain.
Yeah.
But even that wasn't like a...
Yeah, but it was a good film. So it seems like...
It was decent, but it wasn't like a hit.
Well, has he got anything else that is... Oh, all right.
He's been making Transformer films for 10 years, a decade.
Do you remember?
Fucking decade.
Do you remember after that? I think it was after the first one or the second one, he was like about to storm off the set and say, they can't treat me like this, I'm not a machine, I've just finished one, I need a break. He seems to have no problem nowadays going from one Transformers movie to the other.
Yeah, maybe he's just given up. Maybe he's just like resigned that he can't compete. Now, because I guess when he started, Marvel wasn't really in the game yet. You know, the superhero sort of multiverse thing wasn't going on. So he was kind of, this was just another blockbuster and he could just move on to something else. But now, he knows that if he leaves Transformers, what else has he got? He's got no franchise, and you can't really be a big player in Hollywood without having that franchise under you. So Transformers is his thing. So maybe it's safety. It's like with Vin Diesel and Fast and Furious. He doesn't want to leave it because that's the one success thing. He's got everything else flops.
But does everything else flop?
Yeah, not even Triple X flops, even though they're still talking about doing the next one after. But
no, we're talking about Michael Bay. Triple X is
no, Triple X was Vin Diesel. I'm saying
right, okay.
Yeah, because Vin Diesel doesn't want to leave Fast and Furious, innit? Because it's the one guaranteed
money making. Yeah. All right, okay.
In this world of multiverse movies,
Mo, you really had us there. We actually thought that you went to watch it and you enjoyed it.
Son of a bitch. Trouble with the Han Solo movie.
So, Lord and Miller.
Were they the ones behind the Lego movie? Or
They
was it
are
21
those
Jump Street?
exact dudes.
Yes, and 21 Jump Street, I believe. Yeah. Jump ship.
So did you hear like the latest stuff yesterday about this?
Was it Catherine Kennedy was saying that they were too much into wanting to make it too much of a comedy?
So I don't know if those words came from Kathleen Kennedy. I think this was just an article that suddenly appeared in the press, and basically it was it's being rumored that the higher ups at Lucasfilm, i.e. probably Kennedy, wasn't happy with the direction the movie was taking, and apparently it was supposed to be an action movie with some comedy, whereas this movie looked like it was a movie set in the Star Wars universe that was a comedy.
But it would have still been action-packed. They've shown with Lego Movie and 21 Jump Street that they can balance it. And you knew what you were getting from the movies they've made before, so... Yeah.
Well, exactly. That is my thinking. It's like these guys were hired for a reason, because that's the type of movie they make.
So now they're probably going to have to fucking start from scratch, almost.
Oh, I don't think they've got that luxury, because they have said that movie, they are not changing the release date.
But they have to still change it, or would it be no point in them firing Lord and Miller?
Well, it's going to be like Howard's going to have to come on, reshoot as much stuff as he possibly can, and make sure it's still a coherent movie. So
they're going to have to take out the jokes, try and make it more... But yeah, Ron Howard, redhead. I still know him as the Happy Days guy.
Well, yeah, I know, you say that, but then you look at like Apollo 13 and you're just like, wow, that's an amazing movie.
Yeah, he's had a funny career. Admittedly, you know, the Da Vinci Code wasn't, and Angels and Demons, they're not like great films, but I admit, because I like all that conspiracy shit, I do have fun with those movies. But he's had like an up and down movie career. Rush was good. Am
I imagining that? Did he make Backdraft, or have I just made that up completely?
I don't think that was his, but I could be wrong. But
I will just quickly look that up, but if you guys carry on.
But yeah, you know, he's a competent director. You can't write him off. He's good films, and he's got, you know, not so great films. So for him to jump on board, I don't know what we're gonna get.
You know what? I just, the thing is that I've never been optimistic about this.
Yeah,
like,
I wasn't that.
You know, a couple of months ago we were talking about the Han Solo movie and how we all felt about it, and at no point did we feel that, you know what, we're seriously looking forward to it. There's just so many other stories that need to be told in the Star Wars universe, and this one is just one of them that just needs to... I don't think we're ready for...
Yeah. Well,
wow, I'm just looking at this guy's, like, the movies that he's directed.
Go from the most recent one, Mo. We don't need to go through all of them.
See, you are absolutely right, mate. He has got, like, some amazing movies, and then some that are just not so amazing.
Count it down from the most recent.
I'm just trying to look at ones that I actually recognise.
Oh,
like
no, just read them off.
Made in America.
Just read them off.
We directed Rush.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Rush. Yeah. Rush was good.
Angel of the Demons, Frost and Nixon, The Da Vinci Code, The Cinderella Man.
Da Vinci Code.
But then if you go back, like he did Ed TV, did Apollo 13, he did Ransom, Backdraft, Far and Away, Parenthood, or obviously fucking Willow, but he did Cocoon as well.
Oh shit!
Oh man,
I didn't know that. That's the thing. Even when his movies aren't great, they're,
there's something about them.
But the thing with him is he's been on the edge of Star Wars like his entire life. Like he was there with Lucas at the beginning. He was there again during the prequels. He's never actually been involved.
And a prime example of why the hell don't you not just shave your hair? Any bald people watching this, if you've got hair around the side, just let it go. If there's nothing on the top, just shave it off. What are you holding on to? Makes no sense. It's never made no sense.
Maybe he wants the professor look.
Who I? Prince William. What's wrong with him? Shave your fucking head. You're bald. You've got nothing on top. Just let it go.
Yeah,
Gets me mad. I don't know. It angers me.
Are you not happy about other than his choice of haircut, are you not happy about him taking over directing the Han Solo movie as well?
He's too unpredictable. And, he's capable of doing good shit, but he's also capable of making the most average run-of-the-mill shit as well.
But you made a really valid point there, Mo, earlier on. You said that he's been with... he's been at the very beginning of this, right? With George. Did you just say that?
Yeah, so they were friends, and and I think obviously he was in George Lucas's movie, that the Happy Days, the movie type thing.
So right, okay. So let's just take that for example.
Oh,
okay,
was that the American Graffiti?
That's the one. Yeah.
It could work because he's spent time with George, and I think that sort of says that means something to me. And obviously him knowing a bit about the Han Solo movie.
Mm.
Do you think do you think he phoned George up after this and he says, "Look, you fucker, I wanted to direct Return of the Jedi and you didn't let me. I'm going to show you how to make a Star Wars movie now."
The thing is, how more serious is he gonna? How much of that original script is he gonna cut out? How more serious is he gonna try and make it now?
See, I don't want this to be a serious movie. I actually want this to be an action comedy.
Yeah, that suits.
That's what Han Solo is.
Yes, that suits Han Solo. So yeah, well, I guess it's a similar thing with like the Justice League thing, isn't it? They're just kind of changing the tone.
It's a real shame because it looks as though the higher ups at Lucasfilm just want a particular type of tone for their movies and aren't willing to deviate.
That's the problem with when you achieve success with what you've done before, is that you just want to make everything in that same mold. We're seeing it with, I guess you could criticize the Marvel films of having a certain mold and they don't really break out of that. They're safe within a certain parameter. And now we're going to see that with the DC films, now that we're seeing that Wonder Woman is now going to be the template for what's going to come after with all the other films. Because that's the one that had the most success and the critical love. And I guess with Star Wars, that's going to happen as well.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, because you would think if there was anywhere that they could expand, it would be Star Wars, because you've got like this, it's not grounded in reality on Earth, it's like it's out there in a galaxy far, far away a long, long time ago. You could go nuts with this.
This is going to be rubbish. It's going to be boring. I saw some pictures earlier on of the crew together. It just have you seen the picture? Where all of them in the ship?
I don't like the actor that they've got playing Han Solo.
It looks
I can't
rubbish.
accept him.
Sorry.
I can't accept him as Han Solo.
As much as people...
Hold on a minute.
No, Mo, I've had enough. No, sorry, I can't take it no more. You cannot defend this.
You don't like something because you're judging it on a picture.
There's loads of times we judge a book by its cover. Loads of times. But come on, Mo, right? There's so many problems. There's so many problems with this already, all right? That was you didn't need to touch my nuts there.
Dyslexia in your face.
Yeah, you didn't need to touch my nuts there, man. That was just a serious low blow.
What did I say?
You serious low blow.
It's
I know.
It's like that girlfriend or wife.
Is that because you don't read, not because you can't
that's just
read?
No, Mo. Don't try to change it now. Don't try to change it now.
That's like the girlfriend or wife that turns around when she's losing the argument and says, "Well, that's why your mum's a bitch." It's like they go to that.
I agree. Yeah, Mo, that was... you know what? It's a good thing that we didn't come to your house today, because if you said that to me in person, you would have... Yeah, exactly. Exactly that.
Early reviews are out now for Spider-Man.
Yes!
And they're positive.
They were definitely going to be positive, man. It just looks brilliant.
It.
Yes. Oh, my goodness, man. It's out on the 5th here, right?
Yeah, well, soon, yeah. I'm still waiting for that review to say that the trailers didn't show us too much. I haven't heard that yet. The trailers have been pretty...
yeah, they've showed quite a lot in the trailers.
Showed quite a lot. I've stayed away from all the TV spots and trailer freeze and all of that, but... Yeah, time will tell, but people seem to be loving it, man.
You know, this is the thing that I'm more excited about, the thing that I'm super excited about when it comes down to Spider-Man is seeing Keaton. I want to see Michael Keaton, as I
haven't heard that great, like, it's that simple thing of saying Peter's good, the friends are good, all the people around him, the villain, meh. That was one of the reviews.
Oh, was it?
So maybe he's just not in that much, or they just don't really develop him. It's just a simple. I guess it has Marvel's mold in it.
Yeah, I suppose with most of the footage that we've seen, actually, there's not much of Keaton in it. There's a couple of lines here and there, and he delivers them menacingly about "Don't mess with me,
kid."
He's almost absent completely from the marketing of this movie.
Yeah, maybe there just really isn't that much they could show without showing everything that he's in. Maybe he's just not in it much.
See, I wasn't excited about this before. I really had I just wasn't. Yeah, with everything that Sony and Marvel, DC,
you don't get excited for anything anymore, though. It's
Disney
like
have done. Huh?
You've reached that age where you just don't get excited for anything.
I think you're right.
I think like you're accepting death. Like you're seeing it on the horizon. You're like just take me.
Yeah,
take me into the void.
I don't know if I'm accepting death just yet.
Hold on,
it's just like
it's beautiful.
I know, but okay. Going back, not being excited about it, but now I am. And when the 5th comes, I'm gonna get 10 o'clock showing. I've already booked my ticket.
Is that because you've got a girlfriend now? It's showing you the color of the rainbow. You can see. You're seeing in black and white, but now you've got love in your life. You can see color again.
Like movies, I'm just wasting my time with this comic book shit.
No,
now you can be excited for things again.
Look, I'm excited for loads of things. I think we're going off track a bit, but like even when it comes down to a new Bollywood film, Tube Light that's dropped. Why are you laughing, Eddie? Why are you laughing? It looks good. What?
You've never liked Bollywood movies, man. You
Listen,
sit there
Bollywood is really close to my heart.
Oh, you lying.
It breaks my soul every time I have to do an action.
Mo, you do realise there might be people listening.
Dude, you've said it enough your own. They would have known by now if they'd be listening to this podcast for any amount of time.
Listen, you guys might...
You've outsourced your channel now. You don't even do it anymore.
You might be onto something that I think I'm just getting to that point where
outsourced.
I just don't really look forward to things that much, but I am looking forward to Spider-Man.
Do you realise you've outsourced your Bollywood YouTube channel the other way that things usually get outsourced? Usually it's a Western company that outsources to India, but you've gone as an Indian industry and you've outsourced it to the white old lady. It's like you've gone the other way.
I want to help her. I want to get her profile out there. She's very good at what she does, and I think she's extremely good. I'm just showing my support, people, to her.
See, look, Salim should go into politics, mate. He's creating jobs in Britain. He's bringing those jobs here.
Apparently, they've already got a date for Spider-Man 2, 2019, so we've only got 2 years to wait. Not long at all. Iron Man won't be back, which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Throwing another...
So there was some really interesting stuff that came out about this. I don't know if you saw yesterday, Eddie, but there was an interview with, not an interview, but there was an interview with Feige, basically talking about how he convinced Pascal to allow Spider-Man into their MCU. Oh. And I think they dumbed it down. I think he literally said it was like, please let us have this character. You guys, we will make the movie for you. You just pay for it, market it, distribute it, and we will just go away and make this fantastic movie for you. Obviously, that was all kind of dumbed down kind of thing.
Yeah, I knew that, though.
But we
knew that was the how they were going
the gist
about
it.
Yeah,
but I think he was kind of laying it down like that's essentially what it came down to.
So you just said 2019, right? The next one, right? So is it the same? Sony's not taking it back fully, are they? They've
always owned it. It's just
no. I know that.
Making it.
Yeah,
still. Yeah.
Are they still making it?
As far as I know, they've got it for they can produce those films for a certain amount of time. Daniel Day-Lewis is retiring from acting. The legend, one of the greatest actors ever. I'm going to show Sam a picture because I know he's struggling to remember. But Mo, you got any thoughts?
He has apparently won more, was it Best Actor Oscars or something, or had more Oscar nominations or something than any other actor.
Yeah, it's like every time he's in a movie, it's like nominated, at least.
Oh, right.
There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
Gangs of New
But
York.
You know what?
My
I'm
Left Foot,
actually
Lincoln.
struggling to recall
Lincoln.
actually seeing him in anything.
Because he disappears in every role he's in. He becomes the character.
He actually does. Like, I didn't realise. I completely forgot that he was actually in Lincoln, a film that I really enjoyed. He actually reminds me of one of my uncles.
Last of the Mohicans.
Oh yeah, I've seen Last of the Mohicans, yep.
Yeah, and even just looking at pictures of him, you just see how he just looks different in every role he does.
Now,
man.
so he's retiring.
He's retiring.
But any reason? Did he say why he wants to retire?
I guess he doesn't feel like he's getting the roles, or maybe just the pressure of just being considered the greatest actor of his generation. Maybe he feels like, okay, I'm good. I've got the money I need. Maybe I don't want to ruin my legacy by making garbage from now on.
And he's also probably turning 60 this year as well, so do you know what I mean? It's
acting,
like,
that matter.
to enjoy the retirement.
Yeah, but let's face it.
He makes one movie every couple of years. He's not like a guy who churns out 3-4 films a year.
So does he even
He's
need
not
to
The Rock.
retire then? Like, if he's making movies every 3-4 years, there's got to be something a bit more personal, right? You know, maybe family stuff.
Could be. Like, I'm worried that he may turn out that he's ill. Like, who was the guy who played Mario, Mo? The British actor.
Bob Hoskins.
Yeah, there was the whole thing where he retired, but then it turned out that he was
He wasn't well.
Yeah, he had some issue. I think he passed away? I'm not sure if he passed away or not, but he
Yeah,
decided to step away. Yeah,
gone, unfortunately.
he decided to step away and announce that he was retiring before they let rip that he was actually ill. So I hope that's not the case with Day-Lewis, that he's going to turn out he's got cancer or something. But if he does want to keep his record, pristine, but not making God, maybe he's only being offered action movies now, like Liam Neeson or Marvel films. Or maybe he just doesn't want to, because he doesn't want to do that sort of shit.
Yeah, but
he makes real films that he wins awards for.
Okay. Well, let's hope he's in good health. And the reason why he wants to retire is what you've said. But it's a shame because he is such a good actor, and I would like to see more film. And he's only making films every 5 years, 4 years, or whatever.
Something like that, man. But he becomes the characters. Like if he's playing a role where he has a certain accent, he learns the accent and stays in it, even when he's on set or at home.
Yeah. Wow.
He dresses the way. Like once he became I forget what role it was, but he actually became a cobbler, a guy who makes shoes.
Okay.
And he did that nearly a year.
Well, some of the pictures that you were showing me, you could clearly see that he really does become that character.
He did that. He's not. He took one where he was a boxer. I think Robert De Niro did this as well. He actually had amateur boxing fights as well.
Oh, really?
Like he becomes the character and lives in it.
Wow. So
maybe that takes it out of you, man. Living.
I suppose, to your mental psyche, right? It takes 21 days to create a new belief system. So, by playing that character constantly, or thinking that you are that character, that must really mess up your mindset or who you actually are when you're constantly trying to become these other characters and you're going so deep into your mindset.
Very insightful stuff.
Sorry, I just
well
thought,
said.
yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
Let's get to the emails, man.
You have new mail.
So, it looks like this section has now officially been named Salim Sack because we actually have our buddy Ivan.
What, Ivan? Why?
Let Ivan, if Ivan wants to see my sack, there's no problem.
Why are you just feeding
Just
into
pull it
this
out.
guy's ego?
I'm not. He's not pulling into my ego. He just said, just call it Salim Sack. Call it whatever you want. I don't care.
You want people to just worship your genitalia. You love it. This is probably how you're gonna present it now to your girl. It's like you should be privileged, baby. You have a chance to touch Salims sack, the world famous Salims sack, and just pull down your underwear.
What is
do a dance?
What is our boy saying, man?
So shall I do this in the order of the mails that we have received? Because obviously we were absent for a week, so we do have 2 weeks worth.
Go for it.
Right. Actually, before I get to Ivan's email, I just want to say, I think, and we probably don't say this enough, I think some of the listeners that we have are absolutely amazing, right? I'm not going to mention any names here, but we did have a couple of emails just asking, like, if we were okay due to the events that happened in London week before last with the fire.
Yeah,
and just somebody just taking the time to like, email us to find out. I found that incredibly touching.
That's cool, man. Definitely, man. It does baffle me that anyone would give a damn to even ask us.
Yeah. No, I appreciate the love, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. We're cool. We weren't affected directly by any of those events.
Right, so let's get on with what's in Salims sack. Need like a
mailbag
or something, like a little skit to play whenever we mention that.
Nope, mailbag.
So I'll kick off things with Ivan's first email. So he's saying, so did you hear before Jack Nicholson was the Joker in Tim Burton's Batman, the role was originally offered to John Lithgow and he regrets not taking it. How different would the Burtonverse would have been without him?
It would have been I think he could have done it, man. John Lithgow saw him. He was the dad in Third Rock from the Sun.
Yes, yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Good actor.
You know what? I was having this conversation with somebody the other day about like just looking at all the Jokers, right? Heath Ledger personally being my favourite by far. But now that you've brought what's his name into the mix,
he would have been good.
He would have been incredibly good.
I still, one of his most memorable scenes, and it will just stick with me, is that like dinner scene in Dexter.
Cunt!
Do you know why?
He delivers that line so good. I actually want to watch that season again because of him now.
That's what I've been watching. He's good at comedy and he can do the intense. Like I think Dexter showed something that we hadn't really seen that much of. That sort of serious, sort of psychopathic side that is believable. He can do it and be menacing.
He's in Daddy's Home too, isn't he?
Is he? I haven't watched the trailer.
Oh, you haven't seen it? No. He's Mark Wahlberg's, not Mark Wahlberg's dad, but you know what's his name?
Will Ferrell.
Yeah, Will Ferrell's dad. So it's like a dad off.
Awesome. Yeah, that would have been cool. It would have been different because I did like Jack Nicholson as the Joker. He had his own sort of intensity and he has the laugh down. But this guy would have been good.
And I think Jack Nicholson made some mad money out of that movie as well. Apparently he's got some ridiculous contract. He had a clause put in there that he pretty much owns the name Joker now or something. And he still gets residuals from any time somebody portrays the Joker on screen.
What? Are you kidding?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, he has made a ton of money and he's still making money from that movie.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
It does make no sense, but apparently his lawyer was so forward-thinking because at the time, comic book movies weren't a big thing. It's like saying, like, George Lucas, when he gave away everything to do with Star Wars, like, he gave away, like, some of the ownership. He kept the merchandising rights and the sequel rights.
When people weren't really doing that before.
It's crazy that how some people are just so forward-thinking when it comes down to that stuff. Like, to actually say that anytime that name is being used with, obviously, Warner Brothers, I want a slice of that pie.
But apparently that's the case with... But that's the case with Superman as well. There are people who have bought the rights to the cinematic rights decades ago to Superman, and they don't stand in the way of Superman films being made, but they always have their names added as executive producers, and they always get paid off of any movie they just made. Yeah, and they always get paid, even though they don't do anything with it, they don't touch it, but they always give their thumbs up. Yes, go ahead, make it.
Wow.
Because they
those two were heavily involved in the Christopher Reeves era. They did actually get those movies made.
But don't do anything now.
No. But hey, why do that when you can just sit there and get the paycheck?
Exactly.
So he also has a couple of questions for us. And it's basically, so Ivan is saying, what is the one movie that either did poorly in the box office or got bad reviews or just didn't come out how you wanted, that you would want to remake and how you would do it? Would you cast anybody in your film to replace someone from the original, or would you change a few key plot points, maybe expand the universe of the said film? Let your imagination roam, guys. And he goes, a note for knowledgeable Mo. That's me, in case you guys didn't know. If, like me, you have the itch to pick Star Wars, you could only pick one movie, not all of the prequels. Oh, dude, knows me so well, because he went straight for the prequels there.
Oh, that's a difficult one. Off the top of my head, I always loved the concept of the underworld movies. Like this secret war between vampires and werewolves, and just the potential that could have. But it was executed terribly. Even though I kind of have a slight soft spot for the first couple of underworld films. But I thought that it could have been a so much better, more epic movie if it was actually written well, better action, you know, Matrix level action. It could have been a cool horror action movie.
Sure.
Werewolves was shitty. I did not like the way that they did the werewolves, the designs like. But the potential that franchise had, if it was done better.
I think we would all agree when it comes down to Transformers.
Oh,
like when I saw the first one, I didn't have any problems with it, but as the journey's continued, it's just got worse and worse. And it would be nice, just to a lot of things that he's just mentioned, to just be transformed, in no point intended, but when it comes down to those films. So and I could name a load of Bollywood films off the top of my head that need a lot of work doing.
So when I read this, I actually sat down and thought, like, what movie would I do this to? Because generally, if you watch a movie and you don't like it, you really don't keep it in your mind after that. It's like, it's a movie I didn't enjoy, and I don't really want to spend time thinking about what I would do. So the one that pops out straight away to me would be actually one of the prequels, and I think it would have to be Revenge of the Sith, because that's it's the one that's supposed to end the story, and it's, to me, I think to this day, no matter how many times I've seen it, I actually don't think I've seen it all the way through. I always fall asleep.
The problem is, damage is already done by that point. If you're going to redo one, you have to redo the Phantom Menace, the start, so you can fix everything.
I don't think the problem is not the cast, because they've got like a bunch of really good actors, right? Even Hayden Christensen shows that he could act in like some other projects that he's done since Star Wars.
Yeah, but he's not in the Phantom Menace.
He's not, but he is in like the Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Phantom Menace. So if you get rid of that,
my movie, Eddie.
You get rid of that kid. You get rid of that kid that could not act a lick, and get that other kid that they had rehearsed, who was actually good, that Lucas didn't want.
But there are actually redeemable qualities about the Phantom Menace.
No.
I know, like, that's a really difficult thing to say, but I would rather watch the Phantom Menace over the Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, you are wrong. You are wrong, and a despicable human being for even saying such a thing.
There are one or two good bits in the Revenge of the Sith, and the rest is just an absolute car crash.
Nope. You've got that shitty kid who can't act a lick, and then you've got friggin' Jar Jar Binks.
Eddie, you keep referring to Jake Lloyd as that shitty kid who can't act. Did we not watch the video where he posted on YouTube such a heartfelt sort of like his inner feelings about people referring to him as that shitty kid who can't act?
Does that change the fact that he was the shitty kid that can't act? No, that's what he was. And Jar Jar Binks, obviously another. I hated that fucking character.
But to be fair, you had all of these high-caliber actors who proved that they can act, and none of them acted in that. So is it the kid's fault, or is it the director and the crew?
Everybody, all the above. Torch it all, start again.
So there's a lot of stuff that I would love to change about, like the Revenge of the Sith, to make it a more coherent, cohesive movie that fit better with what was to come afterwards. Right, so we're moving on to our buddy Nikito, saying, "What's up, guys? Eddie, Salim, and Mo Knowledgeable."
More
the
money.
podcast keeps evolving before our eyes. I love it. Just a thought.
Thanks,
I
man.
used to think that it was really cool how you used to do the video in the movie screen on YouTube before, and was wondering if you could do that again. It was an amazing touch. If not, I understand with life and whatnot.
Yeah, slow work. Yeah, I may do it again at some point.
What did you used to do? You used to put some...
Video, I used to...
Oh, throw us all in the video
I
clip.
used to do that. I used to film it with the
Yeah,
camera.
yeah.
And then
Oh, yeah, of course. Of
had
course.
the little
You haven't done that for
cinema
years. I mean, ages.
Years.
Years. It feels like years. Damn, I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah. I
Okay.
could do that again. It ain't... Yeah. It's just a little extra work, but you can do it.
So,
But I can only really do it when we go to
a
Mo's.
hypothetical question for us. There's no rules here, guys, so go crazy as your imagination warrants. But here's the premise.
Okay.
You are tasked with making a movie from scratch. You have to put your proper people in place, cast the right actors, and choose what stories to adapt, if applicable. You choose the setting, the time period. If you will change anything from the source material, you pick your team. The movie can be comic-based, based on a novel, based on a real historical event, or even a reboot. This is your movie.
You know what? I really need to read these emails beforehand.
Yeah, you need time to think of this one.
Yeah.
From what
That's-
point in history that hasn't been put on screen? Because I'm a historical dude. Would I want to be put on screen? Who would I want to get to direct it? A star in it. As a director, you know, even though Tarantino's my favorite director, I think for an epic, which I would want to do, it would have to be... Who's good at epics? Can't say... Darren Aronofsky would be my No! David Fincher. David Fincher would be my director. And he would direct a story of a war between the Egyptian Empire and the Empire of Kush, its neighbours, maybe.
I'm just like watching your face.
Just a
I'm just
massive-
trying to find.
With pharaohs about their armies, or maybe even Egypt versus, you know, the Egyptian Empire versus the Romans when they came over. One of the two. But Kush, no, I like Kush. That's different. It hasn't been shown on screen.
Oh, hold on. So I'm just saying, so you got this opportunity to make this big epic movie, and you don't even choose your childhood friend, Salim, over there, who's a director by trade, to direct your movie. You go for like the big name.
With a cost of hundreds of thousands, $200 million budget. Here you go, Salim. Here's the check.
Well,
My whole life savings, your back. No, you have no experience on this level, but sure, go for it, buddy.
I would snatch it right off you and honor your film, Eddie.
2 months
I
later.
visualize it straight away.
2 months later, we've
I-
gone off budget. We need another 100 million.
I see it straight. I see your vision as you're actually explaining it to me.
Ay, ay, ay.
This is a really difficult question, Mo.
Or if it was a superhero movie,
Listen, mate.
I want
You
Cyber
think it's
Force.
a difficult question, right? But if you were stuck in a lift with like the head of a movie studio and you had 30 seconds to pitch a movie, mate.
No, but that's fine.
Yeah,
But
but
you would have the
yeah,
you would have
you
the
would already
idea.
figured it out by then.
Can we?
No. I mean, like, no, you have a random chance meeting with an executive, right? And you're like, I've only got 30 seconds. I want to pitch this guy a movie
Yeah.
idea that
Oh,
he can't.
but
you,
we
you
have
need to
other
have one
movies.
with you
Yeah,
all the
dude.
time.
We have movie scripts.
Yeah, we have other shit that we could
Well,
do.
then-
But they're not our
well,
dream
that's it.
projects. They're just,
Yeah, exactly. They're not the dream projects. They're just like ideas that we conjured up.
yeah.
All right. Okay. One of the crazy ones was the snowman one.
The Snowman Wars.
Oh, there's
no,
so-
we can't talk about it. We
all right,
can't talk about
okay,
it too. Don't rule dick.
All right. Okay. Well,
Loads.
I need time on this question. I really appreciate your emails, guys. Thank you so much. But Mo, next time, pin me a message on this one, man. When the more detailed they are, we just need a bit of time.
Mate, listen, when I do ping them into like the room, you don't read them anyway.
Yeah.
Just tell me. Just say, listen, you like this one. Read it, and I'll read it.
What's your dream project, Mo? Is it an adaptation of your epic novel that you're writing at the moment?
Yeah, it's got to be
Well,
that,
see,
right?
that would be absolutely. So, like, I actually like to write and have written a couple of novels that haven't actually been published, but that's not important because if they're good to me, that's all that matters. But I was sitting and looking at this, I was thinking, you know what, I've been toying with an idea, and I think that would be perfect as a movie, right? So you imagine a guy wants to change the world, right? So he invents a time machine, and he goes, I'm fed up with the way the world is, so he goes back in time, like, to, like, the dawn of civilization, like, with all this, like, real, sort of, like, big, all these, like, weapons and stuff, and basically instills himself as, like, God in these people's minds. And then what he does is, like, once he's got them under his influence, he keeps moving into the future by, like, a few hundred years, coming back as the same person, coming back as, like, the God, and moulding, like, the world in his image.
This is what you want to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the thing is this guy supposed to be the protagonist? Because this sounds like not a good dude to be doing this sort of shit. This isn't like he's manipulating and destroying history.
That sounds like somebody. The way you're explaining it to us is
a tyrant.
Yeah. But that character should be the hero. That's what it
should be the villain.
No, it should be the villain. But then
he's writing it as a hero. But he's depicting that guy as a hero.
Yeah, that's what I see.
That's not a hero's
role.
Journey. Like, you can't. Just what? Who's going to take him down? Who's going to destroy him?
It could be more like, so he's like doing all of these things in his mind because he believes he is right. Yeah. So like, you know, like that guy who gets the death note,
depicting himself as a god.
Noble, and he like basically like more. He starts to like believe the like he's bullshit more and more. So he becomes like this corrupt and unbenevolent, and maybe like something so bad happens that he decides, you know what, I need to go back right to where this died and stop this from ever happening.
Is this what you would do? Is this what you dream about, like in your spare time?
Absolutely, mate.
I wish I could do this.
There needs to be two people.
What I dream about.
There needs to be two people.
Yeah.
One who loses control and depicts himself as a god, and the other one who has to try and stop him and take him down.
Listen, mate, this is a 30-second pitch. You'd iron all that out when you like pay someone to write the novel for you.
Two guys go back. One keeps depicting himself as a god, but the other one stays. So the other one, as he jumps ahead of time, so he doesn't age. The other one does stay, so he's gradually growing older, but he still has to try and take down the former friend, maybe even their brothers.
So who directs it, Mo?
So Salim, I'd say like, what are you doing, buddy? Like, do you have something on? Do you want to like direct a movie?
Oh, see, look at that. See, Mo didn't. I like the story, Mo. I really like. We need to sit down and talk. I really like that.
It's actually a good.
It's not bad.
It's a good basis for a story, though.
I have an idea that I would like to share with you guys. Why are you looking at me like I'm going to say the most silliest thing? The World, directed by Michael Mann. I love Michael Mann's direction. All right. So the world is now coming to an end. And a group of people want basically answers, all right? A religious group of people. And these people go to search for God, all right? In different galaxies, different universes. Just go to search for him, trying to find the answer. Maybe it's more like a documentary than anything else.
And God's just going to be sitting on the planet.
No, God's not sitting on the
That's
planet.
What they expect.
They believe that God exists.
Have you just watched Star Trek 5?
There you go.
Actually, I want to dig up one of the old little stories that I wanted to make that I was going to write. The Michael Bay Must Die.
Oh, that one was a really
very
good
timely.
one.
It's about a group of guys who are just pissed off with these shitty movies that Michael Bay's making, and they just convince themselves that, you know, this guy, he's destroying our childhood, he's destroying Ninja Turtles, he's destroying Transformers. We need to just find this guy and take him out. A comedy where they hunt him down to try and kill him, end up kidnapping him.
I'm telling you now, that could work.
Michael Bay Must Die. Blockbuster.
All right, moving on, Mo.
Lord and Miller to direct.
Right, so next it's our buddy Devonta, who has emailed us.
What's up, dude?
Actually, I was going to say, I don't think I've actually read this one so far, so do bear with me for a moment. He says he's looking forward to the podcast as always. See, guys, like, people have been like waiting like last week, so they don't know any idea why I haven't come. So, strange news this week, guys. In the Jumanji reboot, Robin Williams is being honoured in that movie.
Yeah, I heard that they're gonna refer to his character somehow.
That's cool.
So it's not a retelling of the original story; it's a continuation to some degree. But yeah, I'm interested to see how they do that.
Yeah. And he also mentions finally Did you hear that Scarlett Johansson has stated that the Infinity Wars will feature a piece with 32 actors in it at the same time?
That's crazy.
And that's not including any CGI or digital actors or characters that could be in the scene as well.
That's so insane. It's going to be the most epic shit ever, man. It's just going to be insane seeing all those characters together interacting. I cannot wait.
This is, I think, like, when you were a child and you thought of, like, a comic book movie on the big screen with all, like, your superheroes, this is what you imagine.
No, this is like, remember back in school days, in your primary school, there was that one day where you could bring in your toys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that, where you bring your toys in, your friends have theirs, and you pull them all together in this one massive just clusterfuck of just anything you can just come up with in your head with all these different toys together.
I used to steal everyone's toys without them knowing.
Doesn't surprise me.
Of course, yeah.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. Anyway, go on, Mo.
When are we going to see anything from this movie? Is it going to be like towards the end of this year?
Well, they've been filming for a little while, so I wouldn't be surprised if they showed, even if it's not like a trailer, but some tease, even if it's just a few seconds at Comic-Con, because that's still like a month away now, isn't it? Or 2 months.
They've got to show something at Comic-Con.
Because they've been shooting for a little while now, so they've got something they can show. So I'm guessing, Comic-Con will be the time. So I think Marvel will be there this year, because no D23.
Okay, so we've now caught up on like the week we've missed. So Ivan is back again, and again he's reiterating how much he likes the name for the mail segment to be called Salims Sack. In fact, he's officially changed the name in the email contacts to this.
Why?
I like his sense of humour.
Well, we need to record like a little jingle now. Maybe get started to do a little rap.
That would be horrid.
So he is saying, did you hear that James Gunn originally wanted to make the 2002 live-action Scooby-Doo movie R-rated? Aimed more towards older kids than adults. In fact, they even had cleavage removed through CGI. What the hell would this have been like?
Wow. Sometimes I hear about some of these ideas and they never get made, and I think to myself, why? Why not? Because if I was an executive at one of these Universal, Paramount, wherever, and that landed on my desk, I was like, make that now.
They're cowards. They're fucking cowards. Too many of them.
Sometimes they need to put a twist on, because I think some things, after a while, they just get stale, they get a bit boring. And by switching it around, and by making it a bit more dark, maybe, a bit more humorous, a bit more crazy, a bit more adult, it could really work for something like that.
But I guess they were always still making Scooby-Doo cartoons at that time, so I guess maybe that was a conflict.
Well, yeah, because then it takes it away from
it changes the concept of. Oh well, it's a shame. That would have been fun though, with James Gunn doing it. That would have been fun.
Then he goes on to say, and the Duke Nukem and Borderland movies are in the works. At this rate, I swear they are just tossing darts at things until one of them eventually succeeds. Why make Duke Nukem into a movie? It will probably be a standard generic action film. That's what the game is. Yeah. It could be called anything else, and you could keep the whole premise. Seems like a money grab to me. Borderlands would at least offer some cool world and characters. But Hollywood needs to stop adapting games in name alone if they want to capture the spirit of said game, and they need to only adapt games that would make interesting stories. Like the Call of Duty doesn't need to be made into a movie. Yes. Just make a fucking war movie, you greedy fuck.
Exactly. It is just a cash grab for names. But you know what? The one underrated game movie which I will stand behind, the first Silent Hill movie. I like that film.
Well, that was incredibly good, but there's another one that I would also...
People were shit on it, but I thought
it's not exactly the same, but I would go so far, because I'm a massive Street Fighter lover, go so far as saying, yeah, you know what?
Street Fighter?
No, dude, Fighter in the Wind, the Korean one, with the Journey of Ryu.
But that wasn't... That was more on the person that Ryu was inspired by.
Yeah, but you can turn around and say
So it
that
wasn't really
because there was
him.
there was characters in that
He
movie.
was a real person, though.
Yeah, but there was characters in that movie that represented characters from Street Fighter as well. That there's slightly little touches here and there.
So I think what Salim was saying is if they didn't try and put in all the characters, they just concentrated on one or two and didn't make it about fucking the police or drugs or weapon sales, they could actually make a decent movie.
But that's the approach they should have taken with what was that one with Kristen Craig, the story of Chung Li, Legend of Chung Li.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
but they
approach
made
they
it,
should have
yeah.
taken. Damn, that was garbage. That was a horrible movie. That one was fuck.
Okay, Mo.
And then he finally finishes off with, I know you did this topic some months back, but on a revisit, do you guys have any video games you would like to see become a movie? I would love an R-rated God of War movie or an R-rated God of Fur Day.
Yes, God of War, definitely. Another game which I think flopped, but I always had a bit of a soft spot for, Heavenly Sword. It was basically a God of War type rip-off, but with a female character. I thought it had a good story, very good story. Andy Serkis was in that game. He did a lot of the motion capture and the action.
For me, it's always, I mean, it's always been like a stop-start with this film, with this game, when it comes down to, they were going to turn it into a movie, then they stopped, was BioShock. You know, it's something I loved. I just loved everything about BioShock. It's one of my favorite games. I wanted to see a world created underwater and just see how that comes across with like a load of psychotic mad people just, you know, still alive down there.
What's cool about the BioShock ones is that each game is very distinct from each other. So yeah, you got the one where they're underwater in that city, which was really cool. And then there was the one where they were like up in the clouds and that other city that was in. That would have been very cool to see that. Yeah,
but it was an issue with the budget as well.
Yeah, that would've been...
150 million or something like that. Anyway, but that's what I would have liked to see. And Street Fighter.
Oh, yeah, Street Fighter. No, Mortal Kombat. The R-rated, ultra-violent, how it should be.
But these guys have already had like more than 2 cracks at the whip on those games. I don't think we'll ever see a decent Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter movie.
Mortal Kombat maybe. I don't know about Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Obviously I'd like to go off in a different tack because I've been playing a lot of Zelda, and I think that is one of the few properties that would actually make a really good movie.
In animation, yeah.
Now, animation or live action?
I can't see live action though, man.
Well, you say that, right? But I literally was watching something the other night, and they are making a live action Sonic the Hedgehog movie with like CGI elements in it.
Yeah, Okay.
I'm telling you, if somebody can walk into a studio and pitch that and make a movie, what the fuck are we doing here, guys? Why are we pitching ideas to our studio heads?
Oh boy.
I do not know.
So, Peter Jackson should direct that movie. I reckon personally, Mo, I agree with Ed. I don't actually see it as a live action anime yet.
Oh, I would totally see that as a live action movie.
Because Link will just look too weird having a real person. Because Link's always depicted in this weird sort of, kind of looking like a kid, but then doing adult stuff. It was weird to see a grown man with stubble.
Well, I don't have to be a grown man. He could be like
with the pointed hat, the green.
In his old teens.
Dressed up like Robin Hood. That's basically like the clothes is with the pointed hat. It would just look silly. And the weapons and the swords and the...
Mo, you're on your own, man.
Yeah.
Listen, mate, trust me, they make that, they are taking money to the bank. Right, so Joker J has emailed us. So these are the last 2 emails that we've got here, and both of them are from Mr. J.
What's up, Jay?
He's saying, what's up, guys? I have some stuff for Salims sack this week. Like that, I think that's it. That's unanimous now. Have you heard the news of the John Wick TV series? It's being developed by Lionsgate.
Say again?
So apparently Lionsgate is developing a John Wick TV series.
Yeah.
With a working title, The Continental.
I guess so. That's the hotel. So you probably won't even have Wick in it. So it'll probably be
Yeah, so
about...
apparently he says it will focus on the network of assassins that become a key part of the John Wick mythology.
I'm having a difficult time seeing this, you know.
I see it how they would do it. But
Yeah,
whether
that's
it
exactly
would be good.
That's the thing. I see it how they would do it, but I just don't.
If
think...
it's not mature in a Banshee type of way,
yeah, it has to be that scale.
yeah, it has to be like Banshee in its sort of level of violence and the way it's maturely written. But if it ain't, if it's just some ABC type shit, nah.
No, and apparently Keanu Reeves is actually going to be making an appearance in the series, but the show won't be about John Wick.
Okay, well, we'll guess we'll have to wait and see. Look at the clusterfuck they made of the Transporter TV show. That was garbage. The Taken TV show that was on Amazon, that weren't great.
Was Taken an Amazon show, or was it just distributed and shown on Amazon worldwide and is actually something else?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. So he's also got like a few cool little bits here at the end, which I hadn't actually heard much about. So apparently he's saying that Kevin Feige has said that they are not opposed to doing R-rated MCU movies.
Yeah, I don't think they ever will. I don't think they'll have the guts to ever pull the trigger on something like that.
Unless they do, it's like with a property that's not in the mainstream, and maybe like it is in the MCU, but none of the other characters appear in it. Yeah,
but who would it be? Who's...
Oh, come on, man. They've probably got like hundreds and hundreds of characters that are just prime. That could be in the series, but like aren't mainstream.
Yeah, but who fits? Like Moon Knight, maybe. But the one who would have been the best to do that would have been Punisher, but he's on Netflix now, so it's not... Wouldn't be MCU, even though it's technically kind of MCU, but they won't acknowledge it properly. I don't know.
Well, there's nothing to say that they can't make a Punisher movie.
Yeah, well, they've got the series coming, though, so...
Yeah. Wait till the series is over, see how it goes. Speaking of Marvel, they've just greenlit a Runaways TV series for Hulu.
Oh, they did that. Yeah, they did it a long time ago. It's nearly. It's coming soon. They've shot it.
Have they? I have actually no idea what Runaways is.
Runaways. It was basically it's a group of kids with abilities and powers, and they find out, these kids together, that their parents are super villains. Like they basically while they're hanging out, they kind of realize that their parents are always meeting up in these like secret meetings, so they spy on them, and they realize that they're part of this evil organization. That the people who they love, who've been raising them, are these evil villains.
Is there a comedy?
That sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So they run away. They basically get together and decide, they're out, they're gone, because they can't go back to knowing that their parents are like murderers and killers and these evil people. So they basically run away together. And so
that sounds brilliant.
It was a very good comic book, man. It's very good. So it's going to be on Hulu. I'm actually looking forward to seeing this. I'm not sure whether it's going to connect him with the rest of the MCU. Probably won't, but there's potential there because it's good source material. Very good.
Yeah, I can't imagine Hulu would want to tie it to the Netflix series.
No, it won't connect to that.
So Tom Hardy is rumoured to be playing Jafar in the live-action Aladdin movie.
Oh, wait, what?
Repeat that for you, son.
No, is it, are you kidding me? Is this for real? I tell you though, you say Jafar, but now that I'm thinking at his character in Taboo, and just, change it up a little bit, and I can see it.
Which one was Jafar?
Jafar, dude, that's Aladdin, the bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
The one that's he's got the parrot. He doesn't like anybody feeding the parrot crackers.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, Jafar.
Okay, I can see. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah. I like Tom Hardy, man. If he is going to do it, I like the fact that how he just becomes super experimental with some certain roles.
But could he be called Jafar? Where's he going to be from? He can't be Arabic.
Yeah, see, this is the thing, right? So we talk about the whitewashing has become such a big thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, this is the villain, though.
Generally, I don't see that as an issue because if you're making like a Japanese property as an American movie, that's not an issue.
Yeah.
But when you're shooting something that's blatantly like a Middle Eastern sort of like character.
But they said that they're going to try and be very accurate with Aladdin. So that means Aladdin himself will be accurate ethnically, and the princess and all of those characters. So maybe if they do something different with Jafar, that's.
Yeah.
But yeah, the name Jafar would have to be something. It wouldn't fit. I don't know. I guess time will tell. But Hardy and everything, man.
Wait, this is still a musical, isn't it?
It's
that's the
live
last
action.
Yeah, because
Disney. So was Jungle Book was kind of had songs.
no,
in
because
it,
we heard that it was supposed to be like a full-blown musical all the way through.
Oh yeah, is this the one Guy Ritchie's doing? It is, isn't it? Shit.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the one.
Oh,
Yeah.
possibly. Actually, now you say that does ring a bell.
Completely forgot. Oh, this is gonna be. That's interesting though. Guy Ritchie with Tom Hardy.
Yes.
That's that sort of British gangster. This is gonna be a weird one, man. Holy fuck! And if it is a full-on musical as well.
Oh my god. I just don't understand. After watching, I've forgotten that crappy film's name.
Oh, King Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur. After watching that, I had no interest in Hardy's film. Not Hardy's.
Oh, hold on a minute. You know what? I think since this email has been sent, I've just done a quick Google, and apparently the first thing that pops up is Tom Hardy will not play Jafar in the Guy Ritchie Aladdin amid casting backlash.
Oh, so I guess it was that people just didn't want the ethnic casting.
Oh, his reps have told us that there was no truth to the rumours.
Oh right, okay. I take back everything I said then.
Okay.
So I wonder if there was such a big backlash to it, they just said, actually, we'll need to can this.
But that's the only backlash you can think of, isn't it? People just didn't want the Arabic character being played by Hardy. What other backlash would there be? People aren't going to complain about Hardy being in anything if the ethnic thing isn't an issue, because Hardy's awesome and everything.
Yeah. And then his second email, so I think I put this on the topic list, but I remember the email coming in. He's telling us that HBO are developing a Watchmen TV series and it's being produced by one of our favourites, Damon Lindelof.
Yeah. No, we knew the Watchmen thing. We spoke on that before. I think we may even mentioned that HBO was doing it, but I didn't know Lindelof was in charge.
Well, I think this is just literally coming out this week, so obviously the leftovers have just finished. And then he's gone on to work on this. So
I guess leftovers has given Lindelof a bit of saving grace. If it was still Lindelof coming off of
Covenant or
Lost and Prometheus, then it would have been worrying. But Leftovers has saved him a bit, it shows that he can tell stories.
You know what? So he gets a lot of crap for Lost, right? And I know I would give him a lot of crap for it as well, but it is simply that last episode. It's the way they finished it that pisses everybody off. Everything else was absolutely fantastic about that show.
Prometheus was still a clusterfuck.
Yeah, but I think he's learned a lot, because if you look at the Leftovers, and I know you haven't seen it yet, Eddie, but there is some sort of reasonable explanation that they come up with as to what happened. And it's left up to you to believe whether that's truth or not.
Okay. I'm optimistic though. Watchmen on HBO is a good fit. So that means we're going to get an edgy, gritty, mature... How Watchmen is supposed to be.
Yep.
But what's interesting
and
is
they obviously want to line something up for when Game of Thrones is finished.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting, man. I wonder how it's visually going to be interpreted. Because the film was very accurate to the comic book, but yeah, they get to pace it out. Because that was the problem with the movie, that it was just too crammed in, because there was a bigger story that they could really tell. So I'm looking forward to this very much, very much.
All right, Mo, we done?
We are done with all our fan letters in Salem Sack.
We are back, and how can they get in contact with us, Mo, if they have
any... So, guys, if you fancy putting something in Salem Sack, please email us. Please email us at tatmpodcast@gmail.com.
We might do a special episode where you also get to pull it out personally out of Salem Sack. So, if you want to do that, just pin us another email.
Someone just wants to get filled up. Most people to email him so someone can stick their hand in his trousers. That's basically what you're asking. What lucky listener gets to stick their hands in my fucking
Don't
fly.
Understand. Don't wait for a woman. Just like some lady saying, "Hey,
to the left.
Hey, I would like to, pull something out of Salim's sack?
Woman, are you kidding?
What? Yeah, well, I'm going to ask a bloke to do it, am I?
Really weird lady.
I know it does actually, with the voice like that.
Cool. So, where can I find you, Salim?
I'm on this channel at the moment. I'm on this podcast, and at the moment,
And nowhere else.
And nowhere else because Body Falls is going through. It's been hijacked by
Transition.
an old lady, who's also pretty cool.
I'm also only here because I have no environment that I can record my YouTube stuff. But I'm hoping maybe soon, a couple of weeks, I'm going to have to come back somehow, some way, the first take. But riff.tv, you can find me there watching Netflix shit. So watch it with me. Mo?
I am also here, but I spend the week, like attaining loads of knowledge just for this very show.
And spending your more money. Yeah. Alright, guys, so that's it for another week. We are back. You know what? Next time we meet up personally, probably be in 2 weeks. We're gonna have to make sure we do those commentaries so that we have stuff banked, so we can't keep skipping these weeks. It's not good.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh wait, we're talking about proper commentaries on films. Yeah, that's a really good idea.
In those weeks where something happens, where shit falls apart.
Cool. All right.
Let's back up episodes. We shall. So, from me, from Salim, from Mo,
Peace.
signing out.